Hey there, YouTube. This is RealCurseOfBoggart with episode 2 of my new segment. Just gonna get an extreme close-up on Graffle right now, so I check my YouTube real fast. But yeah, this is gonna be episode 2 of Back in My World. Basically, it's like I explained in the first episode. It's gonna be explaining my ideal way of playing Dark Worlds and why I believe my deck is the most consistent deck. Version of Dark Worlds for this specific format. Take in mind, look at the freaking day this video was uploaded. Don't say any crap about new meta or whatever you're in if you're watching this in the future. But right now, I believe this is probably my best list ever for Dark Worlds. I know I say that a lot, but I really have tweaked it a lot. It's quite different. I have 3 proxies in it. I gotta find 2 of them, and I need to trade or find another. But we'll get there when we do. First rule of Dark Worlds is staple 10 monsters that you should always play no matter what. There's 3 Grapha, 3 Snow, 3 Brow, and 1 Beige. That's pretty standard. It's never been really debated. It's how the deck usually goes. Next, I play 2 Trance Archfiend. Eventually, I would go to Tour Guides. Or 1 Tour Guide, 1 Trance, 2 Tour Guides, or 2 Trance. I don't know. It just depends on what you're really doing with the deck. Just to speed it up. But they're both good at different times. Tour Guide's usually better. But he's good at grabbing remove and play stuff. Next, very debated. But I did come to a final decision. Play 3 Malefic Stardust Dragon. Why? Because you play this. Most smart players would MST your gates when you remove for cost and banish a Fiend for cost, and they just MST it. Well, here's the thing with Malefic Stardust. You activate, they don't MST, special summon. Banishing Stardust. They can't MST it now, you got a free. Your gates is now safe from MST, which is at 3 in most decks. So 3 Malefic Stardust. This also makes a card live, so I'll put it to the side for now, and I'll talk about that later. Staple, 3 gates. 3 dealings. My version of this deck is get through the deck as fast as you can, so you get to certain cards. So you have lots of draw here. Those are pretty standard. But a learn 3 upstart, it's not standard, but it gets through the deck fast. Basically, playing upstarts means you're playing a 37 card deck and other stuff. I mean, like, it's pretty ideal thought. Next for staples, staple for Dark Worlds. This isn't as much of a staple, but it is pretty solid. On it, Mac just puts a graph in the grave for you. Great in general. Monster Reborn, too good of a card. Book of Moon, with priority gone, this has got so much better, so it's worth main decking now. You still play Dark Hole. Lets you go for OTK plays, I guess, which there aren't many. You have a possibility to, but it's still a good card in general. And Heavy Storm. Now, here's my reasoning on Heavy Storm. Your opponent knows you're playing Dark Worlds. They set all their back row thinking I play Dragnouts. Well, 1, money. I don't want to spend money, extremely high amounts on Dragnouts. And 2, Starlight is not played that off anymore, so Heavy Storm really gets in there. I don't play MSTs because I feel like it's not really needed in this deck. You have Grapha, you got the Heavy, you go through the deck fast. And that's it for spells. This deck is way more trap heavy than usual, but the deck is fast. 3 Reckless, it helps. Like I said, it just helps you go through the deck. It makes your deck from 37 cards to 31 cards. That's a pretty good advantage, I'm not gonna lie. I play 1 Torrential for the same reasoning as the YCS 100 winner. You never really need it too much, because, well, I mean, like, you constantly have usually about 1 graph on field, and maybe a Trance or whatever else. So Torrential's not really that good. It's a great card, don't get me wrong, but in Dark Worlds, I don't feel like 2 is needed. 1 is fine, plus you draw too much. You don't want to really be drawing into Torrentials. There's other good things to draw for. Now here's the reason why I play 3 this guy. Last 5 cards in the deck will really show through. 1 Skill Drain. I thought about playing 2. I do play 2 on my DN list, but I don't like the fact that there are other skill drain decks in this format, and for regional purposes, people try to get easy wins, so they'll play skill drains, TG, other Dark Worlds with skill drain, and heroes. So I don't want 2 in the deck to be dead. It is good though when you have it down with Malefic Stardust, lets all your stuff attack. But what Malefic Stardust also does, it helps your gates be automatically live. But what happens when they decide to bottomless it? Well, here's your trump card in the game. Trump card for the deck right now, currently. It's what I'd like to call the bombs. Oh, actually, this is what John Gill calls the bombs, but I am currently. What Malefic Stardust does is the free summon of a 2500 Dark. Why it's good is because it protects your gates or starters, but it also gives you access to have an instant live virus. Now I play 2 deck devastation because this format is it's chainable against Dino Rabbit now. It's good. It's great against Exectors, which is really popular in any of the road decks. A lot of 1500 or less monsters are played. It's also good against side because that means they have to chain all their Deity Crows. Well, if you go first turn summon Stardust, set a couple, one of them being deck heavy, what are they going to play Deity Crow on? Go to card in general. And finally, Epidemic. What this does is, against Dino Rabbit, you'll call Trap, and they pretty much automatically lose, because you constantly have Grapho. Against a Dark World Mirror, you call spells, they lose, and it's just a good card in general. Cutting off either all spells or all traps for 3 turns is a devastating effect. But two of each virus for one reason. It lets you get to them faster. And they're practically always live. You play 3 Stardust, Grapho's constantly on the field. They're both really good. But that's my those are my theories and like reasonings on the cards. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll tell you my reasoning, deeper reasoning on the choice. I'm still questioning on cutting the Book of Moon for a second skill drain. Not really sure yet. You can do that if you want. Also, if you have drag downs, find a way to cut something for that if you truly want to. But 15 monsters isn't bad for a Dark World deck, but 3 of them are just Stardust, so it's just a free summon floater, which is fine. I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. If you honestly want to say I don't like this list, I don't think it can win, just comment down below and tell me that, because I am willing to take a challenge any day. I'm willing to play this deck. I play you guys on Skype pretty often, actually. So if you ever want to duel, hit me up on DN or Skype. My DN is RealCurseOfBoggart, and my Skype is beastynguyenlol, beastynguyenlol. So there's mine. Oh, that won't focus ever. Well, I'll probably have it in the description. Check down below there just in case. I might not be able to since I'm uploading this on iPhone. But that's episode 2 of the segment. I know it's really long. I just had to describe stuff. And I'm going to Columbus Regional in a little bit. I don't remember when the date is exactly. But I'm planning to take this there and hopefully getting my info with it. I believe with my theories and deck, I think I'll go pretty far. I mean, it's pretty solid. For side options, I would recommend, I have 2 side deck options currently. I could side either into 3 Malefic Cybermen, 3 Commandant, 3 Necro Valley, what else? Gosh, I'm forgetting. Currently, I'm drawing a blank. What is it? I gotta look, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go on DN. But side deck is, while I'm doing that, there's a lot of other things you could side to. For example, just the average side deck. Let's see. The second Torrential, just in case whatever match you're playing, you can side Gold and Silvas if you were afraid of the mirror match that bad. MSTs, if you have to. Lances, if you're afraid of Bottomless. Recommendation, don't side Shadow Mirror. That won't turn out too well for you. Super Polys if you're really scared. Thunder Kings if you want to. If you want to side against heroes, Thunder Kings and Super Polys. Deity Crows against Exectors and Mirror. Light Imprisoning if you're afraid of Chaos Dragons. Soul Taker if you're afraid of The Shining and Chaos Dragons, because it makes Shining and what's his face lose timing.